Man, I haven't eaten all day. How am I gonna do this, man?
Yep.
Yeah, don't wait for her, man. Don't wait for her. I'll tell you what, man. Come with me now, and I'll get you some lunch. I'll hook you up with something.
Food? I hear you. That's cool.
Man, can't you guys just wait here about a half an hour, man?
Yo, I'll be back, man. Just let me munch up a little bit, man. I'm pretty hungry, man.
Let him come back.
Best food in the world isn't even real. Watching movies and seeing food leads to a hunger for something that can never be satiated. Today we are going back into the kitchen to ask the question, what's the best animated food? We're going to have a very basic tier system. S tier will be the best of the best, something you can taste through the screen. Below that we are going to have A tier. It's something that looks good, but I don't want to go out of my way for. B tier will be basic tier. If your food goes here, it might be more insulting than if it goes into the final tier, which is G for gross. At least with gross, you have still evoked emotion with what you have drawn. Some food in this category will get an extra G, being gross but in a good way, so it will be elevated to S tier. You're going to have 4 other categories for all of these foods to fall into, starting with the realistic foods. Everything in Food Wars is S tier. I don't even need the pretense that it will make me jazz, it just looks amazing. I've already made the gotcha pork roast, and it was pretty good. Ratatouille is also S. I feel like a lot of the food in the realistic category will be S, just because people who make these things put love and care into them, much like people who make the food do. Thomas Keller actually invented the configlioli for the film, and I've made it myself. It was good, but it wasn't what I personally imagined. This seems like something that it would be an issue for most of these foods. Unless it's prepared by a master chef, it might fall a little flat. The other food I want to mention is Remy's omelet. Also S tier, I would love to take a bite of it. And Linguini is an ass for not letting him just eat it. Watching Spirited Away makes my mouth water. It will always make me crave Asian buffet. This is S tier for sure. The soup in Princess Mononoke is also S tier. I don't even know what kind of soup it is or what's in it, but it looks amazing. Also, as a kid, the jerky seemed like it would have been the best jerky ever. Looking back, I think that it's because I had a huge crush on San. Any animated turkey or chicken, I'm going to throw in the Fifth Element chicken here because my buddy Errol mentioned that and it looks especially fire. This one is a weird one to rank. I feel like almost all animated / fictional roasted chickens I've ever seen look amazing, but I also don't know if I'd go out of my way to get one. I know I say this as a man who's never gone to Costco and not left without an entire chicken, but as much as I love chicken skin, I don't know if these really hit the note of a Miyazaki meal. It completely depends on the chicken and the animator, so I'll just put all these in A tier. This one is going to be a hot take, but Scooby and Shaggy's sandwiches would be in A tier for me. I'm not even really a sandwich guy, to be honest, so these were really never gonna be in S tier, but you will see what saved them from being in B tier later. Really, everything in Turning Red is S tier. I haven't rewatched the movie like I was planning to for the Family Dynamics video that's coming up, but I remember the food looking amazing. My sisters and mom all mentioned it when I asked them about their favorite animated foods. When I looked it up to give my brain a visual reference, I was immediately transported back into how I felt seeing that movie for the first time. Authentic Chinese food feeds the soul. We had a Chinese restaurant in my town called China Best, and let me tell you, it was the China Best. Boa is S tier. The short is amazing. Makes me want to call my mom every time I watch it, and the food looks incredible. And I'd struggle not to take a bite out of my kid if he was a delicious snack. I already bite my kids sometimes. My sister Jerry unlocked a core memory for me by mentioning the crawfish in Scooby-Doo Zombie Island, and I 100% agree with her. I'm not a man who's squeamish to try any food, and that will be evident later in the list, so this is S tier. Adding this while I was writing, I'm deviating from my original list to add the tacos from Turbo and put them in the B tier. We needed a little shake-up, and these tacos look miserable. They don't even look gross, they are just basic bitch tacos. Campfire Cooking in Another World. I haven't actually seen this show, but I looked up the food, and unlike Delicious in Dungeon, which comes up later, all these seem to be real foods. I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of heat for this, and I'm sure when they are actually animated, they look a lot better. But I'm gonna just put this in A tier. Them all being normal foods, and just the art style in general, doesn't put these foods or this show high on my want to watch list. Cheese from Goblin Slayer is S tier. I know it's just cheese, but I feel like it would taste magical, and the dragon's reaction to it really seals it for me. Ice cream from Rugrats is G tier, but that's just because watching a group of babies share a bowl of ice cream is probably the most unappealing idea to me as a parent. Dagwood sandwiches are going in A tier. They look amazing, and I'd totally eat one if offered, but again, I'm not really a sandwich person myself. Lowers this for me personally. Gray stuff from Beauty and the Beast is going in B. All the food is going in B. It's basic. Apparently it's cookies and cream, which is dank, but the visual execution sucks ass. Krabby Patties are much like the animated chickens. We've seen so many Krabby Patties in the show, and they look so different when we see them. I'm going to use the classic real burger image of the Krabby Patty, and I'm putting it in S. Do you see the number of sesame seeds that are on that damn bun, bro? Homer's Donut is a cherry cake donut with sprinkles. Cherry cake is my favorite kind of donut, so this is going in S. The Health Risk Burger in Spider-Verse is a G, but it also gets another G because it looks like a gross-ass delicious burger, so it's up to S. Jake's Bacon Pancakes. I could do a lot of food from Adventure Time. Honestly, all of it would make it to the S category, but Jake's Bacon Pancakes became a cultural meme.
What is gonna make bacon pancakes? Bacon pancakes, making bacon pancakes.
And bacon pancakes do slap. S. The crackers and milk the mouse eats in Aristocrats is B. It just doesn't do anything for me. Any Bob's Burger would be incredible, and they're all in S tier. Jimmy Pesto's food is B because Jimmy Pesto is a basic as fuck. Ice Bear's calzone is S tier because Ice Bear is S tier himself. I love that weird ass cartoons still get a chance to get made. Everything in Harry Potter is S tier except those gross jelly beans. Those are G, and they're not even going to get a second G. And I know almost everything in this movie is fantastic, but at this point everything has been made and more or less was based on real things. So it's in the real food category. Waffles in All Dogs 1. All Dogs does come up again, but these waffles actually look really dank. They're S tier. Lasagna in Garfield is A tier. If I was told it was my mom's lasagna, that would be different. My mom makes the best lasagna ever, and I love lasagna as it is. But Garfield's lasagna is pretty much just lasagna. Nothing crazy or special. Since I already love lasagna, it's just going in A. The fourth flavor from KND is S tier, just because it fulfills the mystery element. No one knows what blurp berry tastes like, so your mind goes to something that's the best flavor for you. Flanders hot cocoa looks like a warm hug from the inside. I would drink 7 of these and feel no shame. S tier. Puppy Cat curry from B and Puppy Cat. I don't know what this is, but it does look whimsical and fun, so I'm going to put it in A. Pooh's honey is S. I'm guessing it's sweeter than normal honey because Pooh is so sweet himself, and I would love to try some of it with fry bread. This is where I take a slight detour for video game foods. Nuka-Cola is an A tier, just because we basically have it now, so it's not something I have to imagine. I always thought it would taste just like Coke, but them using Jones Soda as their base was such a good call. I've always loved Jones Soda, and making them the official soda sponsor was a peak marketing move. In the modern Zelda is S tier. The process of collecting ingredients and making the food is so fun, and I love it. Plus, I would literally eat any one of those dishes. Overcooked is B. The game is amazing, but the food is pretty bland. Minecraft birthday cake is S. I'm sure it's just basic white cake, but that slaps so hard in the right conditions, and I'm sure after crafting mines all day, I'd go for any kind of cake. Hobo stew in 7 Days to Die is G, because of the ingredients, but given the fact that the stew has saved my life many a time, and I love the game, it's getting that second G. I wouldn't be able to resist the taste. Iguana on a stick is S. It has to be amazing because we see no iguanas in the game. Therefore, these animals are decimated for their meat, and they must be delicious. Finally, on the list, I'm going to add the stuffed crabs from Little Mermaid. These look divine. Adding the green olive on the top is chef's kiss. I would love to stuff my face with these. S tier. Just kidding, that wasn't the final one. A burger from Hank Hill. I should have made burgers their own category, considering how many are on here, but Hank loves you and me, and everyone else unless otherwise stated. So he would put effort into this burger, and it would be amazing. S tier. Now to move on to cartoony foods. We have the unrealistic category. Delicious in Dungeon is a new one to me. I haven't seen the show. I watched some cooking clips to prepare for this video, but I'm putting it in S tier. This idea is amazing, the animation is flawless, and the food makes me want to grab a sword and find a dungeon. The rainbow imaginary food in Hook. This is S because it fills that mystery niche. You impose your own idea of what it tastes like, and the actors convey the idea that it tastes great, so well that it makes me want to join them. Bugs. There are so many different bugs in media that people eat, sometimes even real bugs. But I'm going to narrow in on two here specifically. The bugs from Lion King are S tier. Their colors and the music makes me think they are all fruity, and I would eat an entire leaf of these. The other bug is the giant pill bug from Emperor's New Groove. This is also S, and upon research for this video, I actually found that these are pretty common answers. Scooby and Shaggy sandwiches. There's going to be some repeats on this list, but these sandwiches live in a weird reality where some of them are achievable and others are pure fantasy. The reference image my friend used had a sandwich with a slice of watermelon, a wheel of cheese, dog treats, and one of the slices of bread was an entire cake. This is what saved them from B and kept them in A. Tree stars and the tall grass in Land Before Time. I know these are real, but in this context, they are fantasy foods. These are S only because of the animation of Spike eating them. Pretty patties in SpongeBob are S. I feel like they just taste like giant macarons, and those themselves are S tier real foods. The bowl of bugs Alan eats is A tier, but that's just because they don't jump out at me. He seems to enjoy them, and I'd eat them if I was at that restaurant, but I'm not going to go searching the galaxy for it. Giant popsicles in Zootopia. I'm going to get flack for this one too, I think, but I'm putting these in A tier. They look good, and I'd eat a slice if it was offered one. But there's another popsicle on the list that's far better. Elvish bread is S tier. The presentation to the health benefits, this would be a must-eat. Ed, and Eddie have so many different foods, but without rewatching the entire show, Jawbreakers are A tier. Cool idea, but I don't like the idea of sucking on my own spit already, and I've never really liked giant Jawbreakers. Giant fruit-filled popsicles are S tier. These look amazing and refreshing, and the fruit would make it healthy, right? Finally, the Sloppy Joes are going to get a G from me. but also a second G, which surprised even me, because I hate sloppy joes in real life. SpongeBob is on the list a lot, but jellyfish jelly is an S. I would get stung and drown in my efforts to claim this jelly. Jimmy Neutron's candy, S tier, but I don't know why as a kid I thought they'd actually be able to make the book gum one day. That's a dumb kid idea for sure. Wallace and Gromit Moon Cheese is S tier. I love a good cheese and some crackers. I'd love to sit with these boys and enjoy the view. Bonza Bee Stew from Treasure Planet would be amazing. It's S tier. This movie didn't get the love it deserved when it came out. I remember wanting to see it in theaters as a kid, but we just never went to see it. This movie came out in 2002, and after 9/11, the country was just sad for a while. So I think that's honestly a major reason why my family took a break from seeing movies in theaters altogether. Poplars from Futurama are S tier. I'm a bad person, and I know they are babies, but I'd still eat 1 or 7. Slurm from Futurama, hot take but B. I personally like darker colas. I'm kind of a basic bitch for that. But I don't like green sodas at all. Shit gives me a headache. Dino ribs from the Flintstones are S. Are they raw? Still an S. Grogu's cookies in The Mandalorian are S, but they are just macarons, which are S tier real food. Nuka-Cola Quantum is S, even though regular Nuka-Cola isn't, only because if I drink enough, I might get superpowers or turn into a ghoul, and I'd take either. Or I'd die. Unlike Chris Pratt, I actually like mushrooms, and would eat any of the mushrooms in Mario. Colorful food is my weak point, and if you made a stir fry with a rainbow of mushrooms and they gave me superpowers, I'd stuff my face. S tier. The bananas in Donkey Kong are getting an A. I hate bananas, but if these were around, I'd eat them. Dubious food is getting an S, only because it's the smartest visual way of showing you fucked up, and I'd eat it for sure just to see what it tastes like. Not a double G, an S. I'm not sure if you can tell, but I'm a bit of a stoner. I would drink skooma so fast that it would be alarming. S tier. Most of the other food in Skyrim is normal, which is kind of disappointing, but it would all be also S. All the sodas in Call of Duty get an S because of the superpower element. I know the characters say they taste weird, but it's worth it. I drink 5 to 7 100 milligram THC shots every now and again to get way too stoned, and those taste like shit, but it's worth it in the same way. Weed shots are S tier. Generic red and blue potions from any RPG would be interesting. I'm guessing the health would have that cherry medicinal flavor though, so these are going to get a B. I love milk already, so blue milk,
I just want to point out this is green milk, not blue milk. I wouldn't want this.
gets an S. Even if it doesn't taste different, I still love to have a blue milk mustache. And yes, I've made blue milk before for fun. Cloudy with a chance of meatballs could have gone into the real foods category, but the size of the food and the scale of the event, plus in the second movie when the food becomes alive, it's an S tier fantasy food. Plus the leak scene is the funniest shit ever. Energon is an A only because I don't drink anymore. The non-real Wonka candy is S tier. Some of them give you basically superpowers, and I'm always down with that. Food giving you superpowers being cool is a running theme for me. Roast Beast from The Grinch kind of falls into the same turkey category, so I'm just going to put it in the A. This one's weird, and I'm going to get some hate, but I'm proud of who I am. The Lost Boys Chinese food scene, when Kiefer Sutherland turns the rice into maggots and the noodles into worms. I would have eaten them. If they taste like Chinese food, they get a pass. It's G, but double G, so it's S. Our third category is Best Pizza. There are so many animated pizzas, but most are pretty basic. This category is limited. TMNT has some of the best looking pizza across media platforms. From animated to live action to video games. The pizza in this property lives up to the pizza from the Big Apple. S tier. Goofy is great. A single father doing what he can for his kid. And he supplies him with some of the cheesiest pizza ever. S tier. Errol, I'm sorry for this. But the pizza from All Dogs gets a solid and singular G. It looks soggy, not cheesy, and it's definitely got fur in it. Charlie is a garbage dog, and that is a garbage pizza.
Okay, so editing Bill here, I just want to point this out really quick. If we look at the pizza from Goofy movie, you can see that the cheese is the one stretching and the crust is still intact. Whereas if you look at the pizza from All Dogs, the dough is also stretching, not just the pizza. And that is so gross. Plus, there's definitely hair.
The pizza in Invader Zim is a G, but it gets the second G because it's probably really good with how greasy it is. I love a greasy pizza. I might get a lot of hate here for overgeneralizing, but all anime pizza gets an A. It looks good, but with how good all foods look in anime, I feel like it should look better somehow. The pizza from Back to the Future is only on this list because the idea of shrunken pizza growing to full size is a lot of fun, and I would eat an entire one of the shrunken ones just to see what happens. It's B tier because they made the weirdest set of toppings for this pizza. Way too many veggies. The idea, though, is S tier. I love a good frozen pizza, and this is the logical evolution. The final category is real cartoon foods. This can be an insanely long list, so I'm just going to keep it tight and only list what my personal favorites are. Macarons, they have been mentioned more than once, but these are S tier without a doubt, and definitely a cartoon food. Most breakfast cereals count, but especially the cereals with marshmallows. I get down on cereal in the middle of the night when everyone's asleep, so this is S. Hot take, but shaped ice cream bars are a B, only because of the execution. It's a solid idea, and even when the eyes look like Pedro Pascal's after he has a wrestling match with the Mountain, they still taste good. But these are not my favorite ice cream bars. There's new ones that are shaped like fruit that are a lot of fun, so I'm glad they are getting better, but give me a dilly bar any day of the week. Back to cereal, but cereal straws are A tier. They are fun, but I'm not even really going to go out of my way to get them ever. If you are old enough, you remember purple and green ketchup. This is a G because just get regular ketchup. The idea is fun, and it should be something I like, but I'm just not really a huge fan of ketchup to begin with, so I think this specifically is really gross. I also remember it being something marketed with the Shrek movies, and I distinctly remember a bottle being in the shape of Shrek's ear. That's not real, but I swear it was a thing. Fruit Roll-Ups. These feel make-believe, and they are so good. I'd include Gushers in this as well as most chewy fruit candies. S tier all day. Real Wonka candies, as well as all the other hard candies in that range, are S tier. If I eat too many, I'll get a headache, but they are so good. Gummy sharks, gummy frogs, and gummy worms. I know they make more animals, but these are always the S tier. Well, that's the tier list, folks. I hope you enjoy this, and I just want to tell you to have a wonderful time of your... Why is there still so much left in this video? I'm at the end. That's because the Charlie work isn't done. We are going to take several of these from the S tier and try and recreate them in the kitchen. Take my lasers, bitch! Bzzz. I eat lasers. Okay, now we're screen recording. This is going to be a very weird intro to this video. It's going to be kind of a different video than normal. I'm going through the food that we made for the animated foods. I didn't do Howl's Moving Castle on the original video. You'll see the background of this is going to just be me making the food and all of that stuff, making the bacon for bacon pancakes, and then I've got some pork belly right there to simulate how thick that bacon was. It was mostly for a visual. The pork didn't turn out as good as just the bacon pancakes. We literally ended up not eating anything from that. I saved the pork, froze it, so that way I could repurpose it for something else down the line. Yeah, that was just, I only made that for a visual thing. It looks S tier. It turned out like B tier. It wasn't very good. Bacon pancakes, though, making those were S tier. Let's just get to me making those. Let's see. So this is the Howl's Moving Castle thing. Yeah, it was fine. It just wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. Here, you can see how thick that bacon was. The eggs didn't turn out good. Blah. Pancakes, bacon pancakes were frustrating because pancakes can be finicky, you know? Sometimes you don't have the heat right, sometimes you don't have the grease right, and I messed up the first few. So this is me just completely dogging myself, and then this new angle, doing it the right way. These ones turned out really good. I used root beer as the base. If you ever can, just use soda instead of water. Makes your pancakes super fluffy. So, bacon pancakes were done. Those were delicious. S tier. S tier every time, dude. Bacon pancakes are delicious. Now I'm making like a fried rice. It's supposed to be the poultry fried rice dish in Breath of the Wild. I used lamb and steak for my fiance and her dad instead. This turned out delicious. I do have a bit of a snafu though. I went to try and film the fried rice, and I don't know why I filmed this all at regular speed, so that way I could speed it up later. I should have filmed it all in time lapse. I used jasmine rice. I used sesame oil to line the pan. It's really good if you do it that way. Whatever. So yeah, I make my white rice. I'm making my lamb. I'm getting a bunch of stuff prepped. I ended up dicing up an onion, dicing up broccoli, dicing up garlic, a bunch of stuff to add to, and mushrooms as well, to add to the fried rice. And then this was served on top of it. I'll add in pictures of everything that I made because I took pictures of all of that right here. This is where you can see I'm trying to make the fried rice. I'm trying to do all this stuff. I'm prepping the meats. It just, the recordings were not doing me any favors. So this keeps going in and out and having issues. Let's see if I can just, yeah, you can see right there. I don't know why. It was like an hour and so of recording. Didn't really work. It was me cooking up the steaks. I cooked the steaks. I cooked bacon. It was bacon fried rice. So at my restaurant, we make a bacon fried rice, and it's pretty good. But this was probably the best fried rice I've ever made. Blah. That sucked. This is me making like a reduce, I don't know, redo of blueberries. I'm making a blueberry thing so that way I can make blueberry macarons. Macarons was the last thing on the list to make. These were a pain in the ass. If anybody ever thinks that macarons are easy, don't think that they're easy. They're so hard to make, and these were nearly impossible. That is Shere Khan. That is the kitten that was gonna be in the Incredibles video. I'm having somebody edit that one, so we'll see how that works. This video was a shit show. I might do more animated foods, and we might make this a whole thing, but this was a nightmare. This is gonna be part 2 of the part 1. I'm literally looking up, double checking how to make these. I'm not even in my chef's coat right now. I had no faith in what I was doing. I didn't think these were going to turn out at all. They turned out okay. They're not macarons just because of the way I fucked everything up so bad. They didn't have the little feet. I learned a bunch of shit that they're supposed to have. But they were good. They were still good. Everybody who ate one said they were good. And they had that like macaron texture, you know, where it's got the crack and then it's got the kind of like bite that, you know what I'm saying? Where it's almost like it's got the little bit of firmness. They were good. It's so much prep, and then I left this cabinet door open for a really long time. That was stupid. So yeah, this is me sifting my flour and my sugar, almond flour, and then yeah, I use a drill too. That might have been my big issue. I used a drill to try and make the meringue, and you shouldn't probably do that. You should probably use actual cooking equipment. I've always just used my drill to make like whipped cream and stuff because it's really easy. And I've made other things with it before, and dude, I was so close. I know I was so close to getting this right, but I just kept fucking it up. And it said stir for 6 minutes. This process took like an hour and a half of just the stirring. This wasn't even, like, I was looking at the time, I was like, fuck, man, it's getting so late. I gotta get this done. It's late right now. It's almost 1 o'clock. I worked today. That's why, part of why I'm sitting. This is a very informal video. We're gonna be doing a lot of stuff here soon. I hired somebody to make a song. The song is playing right now in the background. Hopefully like that. Logo, intro for the videos, bunch of stuff. I'm trying to be more professional for you guys. And this is not as professional as I want to be, but this video is a shit show. It's a learning experience. We're all learning here. Macarons, dude, this was like, you can see I'm talking about nothing and I'm still mixing right now. It was such a pain in the ass. We went for the blueberry macaron because I was trying to emulate the blue in the Mandalorian cookies, you know, the Grogu cookies. But I didn't even add enough blue food dye. You can see here, they just came out not blue, and the middle was purple, so it's completely off. I think they still look okay, and they tasted amazing. Everybody who had one said that they were solid, so pretty happy with how those turned out. This is like the end of the video. I'll splice in, I probably already did it, me making that risotto in Breath of the Wild. But yeah, I want to make more animated foods. I want to do this again, and I have a better idea of how I'm going to do it. A lot of stuff has happened. Things are always happening in my life, and things would probably be happening a lot less if I could just focus on these videos a lot more. So make sure you like and subscribe. Have a wonderful freaking time of your lives, brother.